Once upon a time, in the vast savannah of East Africa, there lay a village called Tambara. This village nestled between acacia trees and vibrant wildflowers. It was blessed with cool streams and the soothing rhythm of drum beats that echoed through the nights. The villagers of Tambara were known for their warmth and kindness. They tilled the land with pride and sang songs to the sun, grateful for their bountiful harvests. However, for many moons, the village was plagued by a strange and fearful curse. It began long ago, before even the elders could remember, with a jealous sorceress named Zawadi. Driven by envy and hatred, she saw vengeance against Tambara and proclaimed that the village's peace would shatter if ever a child shed tears within its borders. From that day forward, no child dared cry, not from a scraped knee, not from a bruised spirit. The parents of Tambara went to great lengths to protect their children, soothing them with songs, comforting them with stories, and teaching them to hold their emotions tight. Life carried on this way until one fateful night when a child named Nia was born. Nia was a curious, bright-eyed girl with a heart full of laughter and a spirit that shone brightly like the morning sun. Her mother, Zuri, and her father, Kofi, were blessed by her birth, but in their hearts was a seed of worry, for Zuri knew that the smallest thing could bring tears to her daughter's gentle eye. As Nia grew older, her parents were extra careful, keeping her close and ensuring that she never faced sorrow alone. Zuri would cradle her in her arms whenever sadness approached and whisper, "Little Nia, you are as brave as the lion and as strong as the boab tree. Do not cry, my love, for your tears could bring great misfortune." But Nia was very different from the other children. She loved deeply and was fiercely protective of her friends, especially the little animals she found in the savannah. When one of her friends got hurt, she felt their pain as her own. When a bird with a broken wing could not soar, she cried quietly. Despite her parents' gentle warnings and the tales told by the village elders, Nia's tears were never far. One day, as Nia sat by the riverbank weaving a garland of flowers, she heard a distant cry. She turned to see her friend Mosi, who had tripped and scraped his knee against the rocks. Blood trickled down his leg and tears welled up in his eyes. Nia rushed to him, took his hand, and sat him down by the river. "Mosi, be strong like the lion," she whispered as she bandaged his knee. "Do not cry, for we must stay brave." Mercy nodded, his sobs quieting, but Nia felt the sting of his pain in her heart. Before she could stop herself, a single tear fell from her eye. The ground beneath them rumbled and the trees shook. Nia felt the earth quiver under her feet as the air grew thick with a dark cloud. A cold wind blew, and from the horizon came a dark figure, cloaked in shadow. It was Zawadi the sorceress, her eyes gleaming with mischief. "Ha! At last, the child has cried," she croaked. "The curse has been activated, and now I shall claim Tambara for my own." With a wave of her hand, she summoned a swirling gust of wind that tore through the village, sending huts tumbling and scattering cooking pots into the air. The villagers ran for cover as Zawadi's laughter filled the sky. Nia's heart pounded in her chest. She had to save her village from the sorceress. But how? She thought of her parents and their comforting words. You're brave as the lion and strong as the boab tree." She took a deep breath, stood tall, and walked towards Zawadi, her little feet firm on the ground. "Zawadi," Nia called out, a voice ringing through the chaos. "I will not let you harm my home. The tears I shed are tears of love, not of weakness." Zawadi's laughter paused, and she turned to the girl, bemused. "Foolish child," she hissed. "Your tears are a sign of my victory." Nia shook her head. "No, my tears are a sign of compassion, of caring for my people. You cannot rule where love reigns." The sorceress's eyes narrowed, but Nia did not waver. "The people of Tambara may shed tears, but they are strong and resilient. We will stand together against you." Zawadi raised her hands to conjure another gust of wind, but the villagers began to gather behind Nia. The drummers took up their drums, beating a rhythm that pulsed through the earth. The women sang songs of courage, their voices rising above the winds. The children, even the smallest among them, stood shoulder to shoulder, chanting Nia's name. Nia stepped forward, her gaze steady on Zawadi. "Leave our village, sorceress, for we are not afraid." The sorceress faltered, her power waning as the drums grew louder. With a roar, she swept her cloak around herself and vanished into a puff of smoke. The wind stilled and the sky cleared. The villagers cheered, lifting Nia onto their shoulders. Zuri and Kofi rushed to their daughter's embrace. "A brave Nia," Kofi said, tears in his eyes. "You have saved us all." Nia hugged her parents tightly, the warmth of their love wrapping around her like a blanket. The village of Tambara was safe once more, and the people learned that the tears were not a curse, but a sign of their deep love and compassion for each other. From that day on, the villagers told the story of Nia, the child who must not cry but did. They sang her praises in songs that traveled across the savannah and lit bonfires that warmed the hearts of all who came near. And though Zawadi was never seen again, the people of Tambara remained strong and united, knowing that they could face any challenge so long as they stood together.